Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Caves of Cud, where I have just finished completely mapping out the stilt. I went and traded some secrets about Reshef to the coiled lamb guy over here, so we have a little bit more XP than we had before. And in the process of auto-exploring all of the areas here, I did happen across a couple of painted things with quests to go visit historic sites and recover various... where's my actual quests tab here? Oh yeah, recover various historical artifacts such as Radianticus Jupiterboon and so on. And maybe we'll go do some of that. But before we do, let's just have a look at who around here we might want to have a chat with. There's somebody who sells gloves. What is the state of my equipment right now? We are currently wearing, I think, just kind of like really crummy willowy boarskin gloves. A nullworm skull, of course, this frowning moon mask that kind of doesn't do anything. It's a point of dodge, is what it is. We have an Ishachari banner, which we will eventually replace with those arms, presumably once we find a use for the extra hands and also get them back from this dog on whom they do not even fit. What else is around here? Well, there is a gunsmith. Let's go say howdy. What kind of guns do you sell there, friend? Musket, Ishachari rifle. I mean, like, this is the sort of like the early game standard, right? I would like to acquire one of these probably, but I'm not gonna be in a huge hurry on that. Just in case I decide I don't want to come back. Let me have bullets. So I will pay you a dram for all of your lead slugs. Do I want to buy shotgun shells as well, actually? I mean, I think I'd like to move to... yeah, I think I'd like to move away from the shotgun, but maybe it's worth having both. The pump shotgun certainly, like, solves problems up close. Yeah, you know what? I'll give you a dram of water for that, too. I probably should negotiate a slightly better deal than that, but it's fine. I'll tell you, one thing I would definitely like to do is try to proselytize a new follower from here, but we got to get our stuff back from this dog first. There is an armorer. Let's go see what manner of armor is available to us. I guess it is like the middle of the night, huh? Hey, you, wake up and sell me some armor. Or wake up and show me some armor, and then I'm not going to buy it. A Puma chitin vest. Minus 200 reputation with cats, but 3 armor value for no penalties is pretty handy. A vest of mingled fungus fill cut from the molt of a chitinous jungle cat. They use the word cat somewhat differently around here than we are used to. Okay. There's a hatter. Part of what I'm looking for sure is also just like tinkerers, data smiths. Okay, you have kind of the same stuff. I will buy all of your ammo. And yeah, I don't know that there's a lot else here that I care about. A hatter might, in theory, have something cool. I mean, the things we're wearing on our hat are certainly not top of the line. One night under the beetle moon in Tamour, a healthy child was born to the Sultan at Tamour. At the moment of her birth, a beautiful ruby was discovered, and in celebration the people drank themselves into stupors. Let's be honest, didn't really have that much to do with the birth or the ruby. The baby was named Eupator, but the people called her Rubyborn. Okay, an Elastine skull cap, which gives cold resist. But our current skull thing, our current head piece is giving us ego, and that obviously is worth a lot to us. So... yeah, let's head on to the next screen. Another thing that is going on here is that there are a couple of tinkers on the next, what do you call it? Turret tinkers on the next screen down. So I am wondering if we could get one of them on side. A schematics drafter is in fact exactly the kind of person I was looking for. Ooh. A goatfolk hornblower and some kind of totally sick computer. Yes, examine it. I will be fine. Inside a metal chassis, amber glyphs ride the scan lines painted by a cathode ray. Frustum keys are arranged in quiet rows. Alright, let's trade. What do you have? Spring turret grenade Mark II. That's a cool idea. Like you throw this and it just spawns a turret where it lands. That's a pretty neat idea. I don't know what kind of turret it would be. We learned to build a musket, which I'm not really like very excited about. When powered and booted up, this item enhances navigation, regardless of what else it is. This gives 10% chance to prevent daze or stun. Okay, that's... None of this stuff is like wild. I think we probably are not taking any of it. Okay, there's a lot of people running around in the Brambles, it would appear. You got several trining lamprey. Oh, ugh. Even worse than the other ones. You can see over here there's some rocket turrets. Okay, so you're the dynamic turret tinker. Okay, all he really has with him is his infinite supply of turrets and his holy book. A grenadier, shoemaker. What are these things? Worm of the earth. Sure. Nope, that's, silly of me to even ask. What are the green and white turrets? A seed spitter, a 6-gun turret. He's dynamic. He could work in a lot of different milieu. Oh, a gutsmonger should actually be really interesting for us. I do not love the number of worms that are gathered around this shop. Oh, except I don't get to know what any of the implants are until I have had the chance to personally scan them. Well, I think it would be to our benefit to know, right? So let's start by... Okay, this is what our gemstones are worth. Words is hard. We have 349 in just raw water. We don't really have all that much trade stuff, I guess. I would love to acquire all of these. So one thing I can say is that I don't necessarily think we're going to be able to install all of this stuff, right? We could probably sell some of this off. We can sell this rusted chem cell for basically nothing, which is about what it's worth, probably. I think we're getting a much better, like a single B is not worth holding on to. I do think that we have gathered an awful lot of wine here that is worth selling, probably the cider as well. I'm inclined to hold on to the honey. So if we wanted everything, mostly for the purposes of exploration, we're going to make up 725 drams. The micro manipulator array is a lot of points. It's a lot of license points, and I don't know that I actually care that much about the effect. Bonus to identifying artifacts, but our intelligence score is already pretty good. I don't need to reduce the tinker cost in combat because, like, I'll just wait until later. I think it's worth selling, is the point I'm making. I don't want to sell the combat shotgun. I know that. So I'm just looking at like what else is really valuable. The rapid release finger flexors are probably not for us either. I do want to be a rifle user, not a pistol user. the night vision we might hold on to. I think I can sell the skill soft. Tubular hydrojets are, I don't know what the value of being able to swim that fast really is. It might be super good. So that is an amount that we could cover with just raw water. And if we did, it would certainly lower our carry weight by quite a bit. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pony up half of our water. And let's do some examining. A bionic liver, immune to poison and disease, for three license points. Honestly, probably pretty cool. Skin glitter, a 16% chance to refract light-based attacks. That's cool, I suppose. Who would have thought that that's what all those strippers were trying to do? They were just trying to make sure that nobody was going to kill them with a laser. Carbide hand bones, not really my vibe. Another one of those was also carbide hand bones. And then we got some translucent... Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Do not equip translucent skin. I was trying to... Okay, just, yeah, +2 dodge value. Not amazing. Please do, in fact, keep the glow sphere on hand. Okay, but yeah, I want to be able to recognize cybernetics when I see them, you know? Okay, so I do feel like we should probably buy an AAR rifle. As much as it's not like an exciting weapon, it does give us a reasonably accurate long-range standard. And then, you know, hopefully we'll happen across better... Oh, wait, don't buy them all. Sorry, just one. Hopefully we'll happen across better as we continue out in the world. Do I want to sell you anything? We didn't use any of our gemstones, so we still have a lot of trade value. There's certainly no situation where I need 2 carbide hand bone modifications. In fact, I can't imagine a situation where I even need 1. But I suppose I also don't want to carry that much water around, so we'll just do this. Give me 54 grams of water and that gun, and you can have this arm bone system. Then in the end, I don't think we bought it for much more than we sold it for. So that's kind of cool. All right, 110 shotgun shells, 201 lead slugs. For the moment, I think let's equip the shotgun. The reason I think that over the rifle is that, excuse me. In the situation where we would want the rifle over the shotgun, we're like at a distance, right? We have time to make that decision. If we need our shotgun in hand, we are up close, danger is immediate, and there's not time to switch. So, all right, let's head down to those forgotten ruins that are just a little bit north of what do you call it? Just a little bit north of the settlement the thing we're supposed to find for the quest in our home village. Oh dear. What manner of bright red turrets are you? Okay, just muskets, but still guns. Wow, there's a lot of them too. All right, my inclination here is to have, like, I kind of want to get the dog killed a little bit. And at this point, we could afford to just carry our gear ourselves. We don't have to be reliant. Nope, can't actually approach them that way. Can't actually approach them this way either. This is tough. These guys have a bunch of weird artifacts. I do probably want to kill a bunch of Argonauts. So we gotta find our way around to a to an angle that we can actually attack the guns from. I think that gun was probably shooting at the dog or something. It probably was not trying to hit the other turret. I will absolutely take this grenade. This I can examine and discover to be a plastic tree and then disassemble. And then... why are there so many of these turrets around here? Also, where is that dog? I guess disassemble this robotics housing? I'm not even sure. I guess it's a piece of the turret. Right. Not even sure where this comes from. Where else could it be? Okay. Here's my dog. I think I'm going to tell the dog to attack the Argonaut, and we'll just watch what happens. Either the dog will kill the Argonaut and we'll get all the loot, or the Argonaut will kill the dog and then we'll kill the Argonaut and we'll get all of the loot. Is my gun reloaded? It is now. Okay, and the dog gets there. So, an extra chrome revolver for sure. I will look at what is on this buckler. One night under the beetle moon, an explorer found a babe with an unfamiliar boat in each hand. With an unfamiliar boat in each hand. He and his fellow explorers adopted the babe and named her Miriam II. And so much trouble came from that moment. A lacquered steel dagger probably sells pretty well, is my guess. And then we already looted some copper nuggets and stuff. Alright, dog. Finish the job. This dog's actually a pretty good fighter. She was killed by a bloody Argonaut, who was then tragically shot in the face with a shotgun at point-blank range, and it did not really do all that much work. Hey, buddy. Just do the decent thing and die already. Okay, let's see here. Well, I could have gotten a free AAR Rifle. At the moment, we have some carry capacity. Let me look at this. In 6399, a corrupt administrator was appointed Minister of Akamish Hall. He outlawed the practice of worshipping the stars, and Mithrashid was forced to flee. Probably. Seems like a thing that could have happened. Should I loot this other big rifle, or should we just take it apart now? I mean, they sell pretty well. Yeah, let's grab it. I'm going to end up probably dismantling it in a second here anyway. Okay, I want to grab some helping hands. You know, honestly, this hat, whatever. This hat I could take or leave. It doesn't weigh very much. Okay, and it turns out, yeah, let's just go ahead and disassemble some things. I mean, first of all, no reason to be carrying around a little metal sheet. Secondly, we have 3 chrome revolvers for sale. I'm going to be careful to just disassemble one rifle. We want to hold the other rifle. Okay. And with that, we are prepared to go back to the stilt and try to get a different proselytize going. But I do also want to look around here. I guess I'm just going to hit the auto explore. Wow, 30 drams of honey, really? That's an overburdenedness I can deal with. And you lose 2 pounds. Oh, those carbide hand bones need to go. Oh, we have a bunch of weird artifacts I didn't check out here. Defoliant grenade. The point of strength has helped, but it's not solving all my problems. I guess let me disassemble one of these revolvers. That'll give me just enough Just enough weight release to get us moving again. I'm tracking through the muck and the salt all over the place. I feel like the getting tired could have waited. Or getting hungry could have waited just a little bit, you know? Alright. So I guess that's all there was to this place. Let's go back to the stilt. Okay, we discovered some ruins. Let's go back to the stilt and try to make a friend. What kind of turret are you? A proper rifle turret. Okay. Couple of proper rifle turrets. We're going to just flip this chameleon. And hopefully that'll solve that problem. Steel butcher knife. Yeah, I don't think we want to loot any of this stuff. Okay. So we have a bunch of hostile bats for whatever reason. The Equimaxes are fine with us. I think they're fighting the bats though. Yo, what is that? An unplenished godhead. Member of the brood of the periodic devil. Okay, there's some weird stuff going on here. I should not be running in this direction. What are you? A more different looking unplenished godhead. I think I am going to discharge my shotgun. Okay. Our chameleon went down real fast. So did everything else. Turns out the shotgun does some pretty solid work. This thing is only lightly damaged. And I'm gonna not be able to try to convert it. Never mind. Shit's on cooldown. Well, there you go. That'll solve the problem. That was an explosion. So there's a bunch of robots running around here doing all kinds of unaccountable robot stuff. Let's loot the bullets. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm getting this really annoying thing where the bats are flying creatures, and so they cannot be meleeed under normal circumstances. And they can swoop down to attack you without necessarily ever making themselves really vulnerable. Alright, I'm trying to lure these things into a position where I can shotgun several of them at once. It looks like I did some okay damage there. It also looks like I'm getting totally wrecked. Proselytize. The unplenished godhead is unconvinced. Rebuke robot. The bloody unplenished godhead wanders away disinterestedly. It does say neutral. It is no longer after me. That said, it's also pretty much dead. May as well finish it. Okay. Steel longsword, iron buckler, carbide, arrows. Some free elastine slippers. I believe these are just an upgrade. And they do give bonus move speed. Well, the Crocossins are giving armor. Is 2 dodge better than armor? I do like the extra move speed, I'll say that. And we find ourselves very slightly over our goal weight. Well, if I'm honest, I don't know how to cook with this stuff yet anyway. There's no reason really for me to have that on hand. Alright, rest until healed. Let's step back in here and see what things are like. Make sure the shotgun's reloaded. Okay, I was going to try to sneak up on that turret. At least they're just musket turrets. You swell with inspiration to name your slime-stained chainmail. Yeah, I would say let's choose a random name. It protected us from the musket bullets that allowed us to do our heroic deed there. Let's give it a name that is appropriate. That, okay. Yeah, I guess that'll do. And then give me some coloration that's like dream smoke. All right, so we got another one of our classic Caves of Cud pits that I really don't want to just jump into. It's a little frustrating that you cannot kill ranged. You cannot kill flying units with melee weapons under normal circumstances, even if they are attacking you. I'm glad there aren't more flying creatures. Alright, I decided to jump in. We're just doing it. This doesn't seem all that meaningful. Okay, that's a couple of dudes. These crabs are tough, and they are cracking my very fancy armor. And that thing is laying down time dilation mines. I think that the whole lot of us should be more concerned about that, perhaps. Nobody seems to care. Okay, there's some amount of teleporting going on. I'm being shot at pretty accurately by something down there. What is that? Ah, yonder brush. Okay. Blue shifted panicles on long stems pop lock to invisible quantum eddies. Don't usually see plants describing as pop locking, or plants described as pop locking. I'm not going to die to a random crab, because I'm going to convince the random crab to join the team. And then I'm going to... Oh, it's a slug snout that's been attacking. That makes sense. Alright, my crab is trying to show him who's boss. Okay. The time dilation miner places a hidden weird artifact to the southwest, or to the southeast. I wonder, what could it be? Alright, it would be really cool for me if you could stop doing that. I think my crab just kind of gave up there. He's just like, yeah, I'm good. None of this stuff is worth looting. None of that stuff is worth looting. Somewhere around here, there's a time dilation mine. Let's just take a second to heal. Oh. Well, I think that was somebody stepping on one. So if I shoot... if I shoot the Yonder Cane... If we touch it, I'm sure it's going to teleport me away. Right, if I try to walk over there and just, like, cut it down. But if I could get some Yonder Cane to carry around with us, I would really like to do that. Hey, you. Attack this. Okay. Butchered it. Not a useful stock left. Oh, okay. I got knocked prone. There was a sleep gas grenade. I saw the I saw the mine in the ground there. And what I did not do was anything useful. Oh, wow. Yeah, our time is all fucked up. Look at that. We are quickness 19. Our move speed is normal. But okay, so now we know what those do. Are you a little confused there? My poor pet is just not where he needs to be mentally for the tasks ahead of us. Well, at least he managed to figure out that we were fighting. Oh my gosh, there we go. I would love to finish this thing. Also, we're discovering Gershlings, which is interesting. No, talk to friend, direct attack target. Okay, disassemble the burnt capacitor. Oh, damn it. Stepped on another mine, of course. So here we have another Argonaut. Just coated in weird artifacts. Are these guys gonna fight? Yeah, okay. How the heck did my crab go? It does seem like our friends are getting just kind of stuck on the terrain a little bit. Tell him to walk over to a place where he can hopefully help us. How much damage did you take? None. You're bright red, but it's all the other guy's blood. We can, of course, just go for the up-close shotgun work. I would love for our already convinced friend to get over here before we start combat, which I knew was going to be necessary. But unfortunately, like I said, seems to be a lot of difficulty in getting people to do what we want them to do. This is a little awkward. I wish my crab would move to one side so that I could walk in behind it without displacing it behind me, and thus making myself the sole focus of the Argonaut's ire. I think we can just kind of sit here and watch this. Oh yeah, the crab's winning hugely too. Alright, give me some cool stuff. Come on. I wonder if I could give this crab loot that would actually be, like, helpful to it. Alright, some weird artifacts. Ooh, a nylon body pack. Hell yeah. It doesn't look like too much more of value. I'll take one of these. The nylon body pack is not going to be all that much extra carry for us because I believe it's a percentage increase to your carry capacity. Oh, it goes in the back slot. Of course it goes. Of course it goes in the back slot. And honestly, I remember it being a lower carry bonus than that. Well, I mean, it's just a Gershling. I probably don't need help or bullets for this. Although, things sure didn't want to go down. %80 chance of success sounds pretty good to me. I mean, I guess we can carry around a couple of mines. We could probably sell these for something. Or use them, or potentially set them off ourselves. All right, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. 80%. That's almost on track. I don't know that I'm necessarily afraid of this chameleon. I think we probably have that under control. What we do not have under control is the bleeding. Can't rest until healed. Not while there's a Gershling around. And hey, look, our crab finally decided to show up. Now can I rest until healed? Thanks. Thanks there, Pat. I was going to step off of the ivy before attempting to disarm that. Okay, I am confident that this place does not have a way down, unless I just skated right past it. Just don't go over there. Why do we have to make this a big deal? Oh, hello. Something's going on over here. Tamour no longer, servant of Ptah. A powdery kittle curtains her thin shoulders, whose relative bulk, along with the keenness of her eye, marks her as attentive to this time-place, and so lower rank than her seeker kith. Yeah, because the really sharp ones are all heads elsewhere, right? Well, this is interesting. We also have over here a two-headed boar, clockwork beetle, and psychic thrall. Right, this thing has people convinced to be minions in the slightly more forceful way. I'm assuming these things are all thralls. Yeah, mostly not going to be a huge problem, it feels like. I'm going to put the crab on attack mode here, because I think the if we can get it to pay more attention, if we can get it to focus on the crab, I think it'll end up just engaging in melee rather than frying my brain over and over again, as it is currently doing. Tamour to the southwest burrows a channel through the psychic aether and begins to sunder your mind, which is different from just hitting me in the mind. Oh no, that first shot was a laser beam. I wonder if Tamour no longer has a brain laser, has light manipulation. Let me maybe turn on the force bracelet for a second. Yeah, just a moment. Oops, that's 7 on the numpad and 7 on the keyboard are very different. Okay, not effective against the brain powers, it would seem. I guess that makes sense. It's alright, we should still have some salve left. Huh. This is not a real wall. I will admit that I got kind of caught off guard by that one. I would like to menacing stare you. Okay. Overwhelmed with terror. The soothing tingle has faded. There's a lot of people fighting a lot of people right now. I'm going to turn off this bracelet, I guess. This feels like a rifle situation, right? These things are easy enough to fight. It is worth noting that the crab completely disregarded my orders, my targeting orders, which I don't appreciate. Ugh, mirthworms. Wow, one problem at a time. Okay, so the... Yeah, attack the Aggle Maggot, please. We could just toggle the Force Bracelet again. I kind of want to try to cut through at least some of these enemies. But maybe the thing to do is to back up for a second. Oh, they fully let me get away. Well, in that case, rest until healed. I was expecting... I'm going to switch back to the shotgun, by the way. I was very much expecting that we were going to have to continue fighting them here. That's 3 penetrations on a laser beam for the crime of walking onto the map. Ow. Ow. Okay. The other salve injector. So the hiding via terrain doesn't work when the brain channel is happening, apparently. That's the thing that I was not sure of. I'm pretty sure that attack has a maximum amount of time that it can go on for. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, because we're still being... shit. We're still being harassed in this way. Which would bark? Your sense of self is pulled apart by what feels like a billion years of geologic pressure, and you're died and exploded. That was all of our healing items, just like in a row, and still insufficient. And frankly, I'm pretty frustrated by that death. I think things would have gone a lot better there if my crab had just done what I fucking told it to do. Because it did not have very much interest in sticking to the target that it was told to attack. Okay, here's what I think I'm going to do. I liked that character concept, and I don't think we really got to feel it out. I think we died at a very low level there. Whether or not I was a low level, we died to low level content to a thing that probably shouldn't have been able to kill us, except that there were 6,000 other enemies around. And again, I didn't really have a follower at the moment. So I'm going to create a similar character and off camera get us to kind of the same place. I'll catch up the initial quests and the first visit to the stilt and whatnot. And we'll just kind of slide over to a similar but different reality to pick up the next episode. How's that sound? So I think that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do want to try out the follower generating cyberneticist. We're going to give it another go. When you come back next time, I'm going to have a whole new character to introduce you to, but of course, sadly, probably slightly less noble. And we'll see you then.